Do you have your watermark on the other one too?
A what?
Your mannequins, is that on the other one?
Oh, the maniac thing, yeah. Oh wait, I shouldn't show that.
Why? Except the stream?
Yeah,
It's all good.
just minimize that. Exit my.
Have we stopped? Have we started?
Yeah.
Oh, we're live?
Yes. Welcome everyone. This is the.
When did it start? I don't remember it starting.
We're on now. It's fine.
Well, we're on now.
Yeah. Welcome everyone to the second episode of the Off the Dome podcast with me, Maniac, and.
Javvy. HannerJavvy.
Yes.
The one and only.
Yes. All right.
So we're back at it.
We are back at it.
Another day. Dude, just getting back into training has been, a blessing, obviously.
yeah.
But, like,
You had the injury.
I did
Right.
have a little injury. It wasn't as serious as I thought it was going to be. But it just makes you realize, like how precious everything is,
Yeah.
all the time that you have.
I get you.
And I think that could go with anybody. Like, people that are in car accidents and stuff, they have that time to really, I don't know, just
Like life is precious. Like it could slip away from you at any moment. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Like, the
absolutely.
things you do every day aren't promised, so like you should do them while you can.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And people sometimes take it for granted that we have legs and stuff and we can walk, but people in wheelchairs,
Yeah. Yeah.
Scott always talks about that. I mean, not people in wheelchairs, but
I mean, just
he
people who don't
talks-
have the ability to do things. Like there's always people
Yeah.
who don't have like what we have.
Yeah.
So we should use what we have while we have it. you
Well,
know?
we have it, and when it's gone, it's gone. But
Yeah.
we were thankful for the time that we had with it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. And then if it does go, we like with people who lose their sight or lose like a part of their body or anything, like they get stronger everywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's really cool that
then
aspect
imagine
about
if
it.
that were to come back, like the
Yeah.
eyes and stuff, and they still had that shit. No,
Yeah.
I mean not, because there are some people that are like permanently deaf. Blind and stuff. But some
Yeah.
people do regain their vision later in life.
Oh yeah.
I think I've heard about that. Not like Helen Keller or anything, but like
I don't think
she
did
was
she?
amazing. She was a
Yeah.
trifecta. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
She
Like,
she was
imagine
fucked.
Being Helen Keller, like she was born like that, right?
Yeah, she was born deaf, blind,
And dumb because she couldn't. Or dumb doesn't mean like stupid. It means like you couldn't talk. That's what dumb meant back
Oh,
then.
okay. DUMB.
Yeah.
And she couldn't talk.
Yeah. Like that's crazy. Like how would you know?
Thought he just called Helen Keller dumb for a second, like stupid.
She fucking dumb. She
She's
can't
fucking dumb.
see.
Jesus. Yeah. She's blind, so she's
No,
immediately dumb.
they used to call it dumb. Like if you couldn't
That's
speak.
interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't
Yeah,
know that at
or I'm
all.
pretty sure. I'll look it up. I'll be Jamie. I'll look it up.
Yeah, young Jamie in the studio.
Young Jamie.
Look that up. Look that shit up.
Actually, I'm gonna.
Helen Keller, blind or not? Imagine if it was all a hoax. And like they just like were, it's like a marketing purposes. I don't know. Oh, every time he hit space,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna get a camera
Fuck.
switch. It's all good.
Well,
There we are.
you guys
we're
gonna
back.
have fun with the camera angles, I guess.
Yeah, we're just gonna go crazy with him.
Helen Keller.
Helen Keller, blind or not? Blind.
She was. She was not dumb. Oh wait, no. I think they're using it in the deaf, blind, deaf. Okay, so she was dumb in the fact that she couldn't speak,
Yeah.
which is the medical or the old medical definition of it.
Now
but she
what is
wasn't
it? Now what
stupid.
is it? Now what is it? Deaf? No, not
Or
deaf.
like they probably have a term for it
Deaf.
now. That's not dumb because we can't use short-term words for some reason. It's
Yeah, 'cause
weird, you
fucking
know, like
society is like
yeah,
that these days.
because they
Everybody's
turn them
sort of-
into those things. You know?
Yeah. I mean, everything evolves, but something evolved in the
Yeah.
wrong way.
Like the R word, like we can't say that. You
Yeah,
know?
you
Like,
can't say
but
that
it used
R.
to actually mean like you have an illness that like keeps you behind in things. you know?
Yeah, but then like people just used it as a really bad word.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
what
that-
happens. Social influence. You know?
Yeah, dude. That's. I mean, a little bit. Like, yeah.
Dumb medical word. Mutism. It's called
Muted.
mutism.
Oh yeah,
being
you're
mute.
mute.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's
okay.
it. You're mute.
Yeah, but
You're
they
not
used to call
dumb.
it being dumb.
Like in the what? 1885 or some shit.
When was Helen Keller?
Helen Keller was alive in 1936.
Oh, she was born 1880 to 1968. Goddamn.
Fuck, I was
That's
not
a
even
long
close.
time. That's 88 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wow.
I mean, yeah, man. Like, you don't have those eyeballs, you don't get to see certain stuff.
Yeah, but just like imagining what being a human is like doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like
Ellen
not
Keller.
being able to really like, I don't know, like not, you can interact with the world, but like you can't fully interact with everything, you know, because like senses is how
Yeah.
we, like senses are how we interact with everything. And
Yeah.
mostly like seeing and how we see the world and how we hear the world and how we touch the, like she could touch the world.
It's
which
different.
is like
Yeah.
insane. Like you can, the fact she got so much from touching things is like crazy.
That's facts. That's really facts.
Yeah, because like once you,
Everything was tactile for her.
yeah, like you could, she couldn't see anything. Obviously couldn't speak and hear anything. So like you kind of upgrade your other senses because that's the only thing you can use.
I think a lot of people too become like accepting of that kind of stuff.
Like when they have it. Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Like I know it, and it might have been really hard for like people that wanted to help her learn and stuff like that. It must have been really frustrating and stuff.
Yeah.
But they found a way, and you know,
Yeah.
like nowadays, like kids that are just like a little bit out of the ordinary and like a little bit loud, like like imagine their world from their perspective.
Yeah.
Like that's something I don't know. I didn't put too many eggs in a basket on. Like I didn't think about that a
Yeah.
lot. But now I see kids that do have that, and you know, like Scott talks to me about this, and he's like, yeah, just imagine if you were like that. Imagine
Yeah.
if you were that kid. Like you don't want to be turned away at every single place that you went to.
Yeah.
And if we can be an accepting place where they can learn and, you know, grow up to be young, disciplined men or
Yeah.
whatever they are, you know, I know some people change, but like that's like all we can do in life, and
Be
give them a
accepting.
good and give them a good platform and stuff to grow and
Yeah.
learn how to defend themselves and stuff. And I think that's the really strong thing about martial arts.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
And
in
of,
general.
of course, if like you're like kind of teaching someone to do something they don't know how to do it yet, like you get frustrated, but pushing past the frustration and being like, I'm frustrated because I can do it, but it's not like my
Yeah.
thing to be frustrated about. It's like we have to push through this together.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a really cool thing too. Like people who have those kind of like obstacles, like it's insane because they can like push past them. Like that's even, it's like more of a superpower than being a normal person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or even having superpowers. Like
Yeah.
that's a fucking superpower on its own. Perseverance.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I guess
Just
a lot of
being
things are.
accepting of yourself too, and knowing that like, yes, I have this thing that would be considered like a disability or something like that, but the way I live, I'm still living how I want to live. And
Yeah.
I'm pushing past it.
Not like
being-
using your disability as a crutch or like.
Yeah, and not be, like, I don't know, you know, like saying like, oh, I have this, I can't do that. Yeah, basically like using it
Yeah.
as a crutch.
I
and using
hated
it as
the-
an excuse. To,
They gotta like trim down on the disability talk. Like I have, what's it called? Dyslexia.
Yeah.
And they think that's a disability, but like define a disability. Like I don't know. Like to someone that is in a wheelchair, they might not feel like they're disabled because that's the only way they've lived their whole life. Or, you know, that we have the people that like lose their legs and stuff, which is unfortunate. And
yeah,
to our soldiers and everything, thank you for protecting us and doing your job and like keeping our human race alive and keeping our country strong. But like for everybody else that was born that way, it must be really hard.
It's like up to the people, like
in a
how
way
people
not.
see the word disability. It's like
Yeah.
for some people, it's like, oh, you need to be helped. Like
Yeah.
I need to help you, and I need to feel sorry for you, rather than you have this thing going on and you can push past it, and I can help you push past it if you need my help.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people just view disability as like, oh, this poor person, like not in money and wealth, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like they need to be helped by me because I'm a good person, and they are
They'll
without
come to me for
disability.
everything.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not like that. It's just like they have this situation where if they need help, they will ask for help, but you need to help them in pushing forward through it.
Yeah.
Like they'll feel a lot better if they did something that you think they can't do, and instead of you doing it for
that
them.
society thinks they can't do.
Exactly, and that's like what, like my mom works in the like elderly care sort of thing, and she talks about that a lot, like helping, not doing things for people who have disabilities, but like helping them so they can be more independent. Because like as a person, you like to feel independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think every human wants to feel independent at one point.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't know.
And it's hard. It's hard because we live in a world that's, at least Massachusetts, sometimes I think it's a la-la land. And what I mean by that is like, dude, some of the adversities that some people have to go through there's no trace of that here. in Boston, or I mean maybe in Boston, yes. But in Massachusetts as a whole, if you look at it, there's struggle, but it's not the type of it's different kind of struggle than say people in Iraq or Afghanistan
or even like California
or even California,
like any other
Oakland,
state, you know?
Oakland, like all the
the fires that are going on, and the homelessness is going on there, and you know what I'm saying? Like
the freeways are backed up with homeless people. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
But what like they're people too.
I know. Yeah.
But I know, but like it's just like we say homeless, but then like those are fucking people. You know, like they should have a job and they should be taking care of their family.
I've seen like
it's just wild
stuff like you don't. I don't know. People say like, "Oh, I should help the homeless," as if it's like these people are like wild animals that are going extinct. It's like these are people who have not had the best situation at all, that like need help and like are still human.
Sometimes
people.
when you grow up in places like La La Land, like Massachusetts, you forget that people are actually suffering out there.
Yeah.
You kind of get honed in, and I guess that's what like the whole presidential election and everything is good for. It gets people out of their shell and out of their just little. Cause dude, not in my opinion, but like other ways, people could see like America is like it's little countries. Yeah. So like I mean, legit, it is kind of like little countries, but like people see that and they're like, oh, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of different countries inside your America, and like that's what I feel. Is happening sometimes.
It is like a lot of little countries, basically. Like we have states or whatever, but they're basically the same thing as or very similar to like if you were to go to places like Africa or Europe where they have divided sections of.
But it's not as big.
Yeah.
Like Texas could be its own country.
Oh yeah, it could very well be its own country.
It's just wild. And the amount of people that live there, it's hard to not get caught up in just Texas.
Yeah.
And to think that's what I think the whole presidential election is for, not for, but like it's a good opportunity for people to see like what's happening in other states, what's happening in other countries. Yeah. Like in a time for everybody to come together. Yeah. But in my opinion, when you elect somebody and you have these parties, like then
two parties, you're just dividing everyone.
Yeah, dude, you're instantly dividing, and anybody that doesn't think that is a fool.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, like
many
drives
times.
And shit. Like I don't know, I feel like the Constitution and the way our government was set up, the founding fathers, I think, were like hoping on us changing the party idea into something that's like more complex, I guess.
I'm pretty sure. I think they just wrote a blueprint.
Yeah, and we're just like tradition. Let's be traditionalist about everything. It's like no,
but everything
that's not what they had in mind.
Everything transcends. Everything is destined to evolve. Yeah. So that's what America needs to do. I think it's the only country that hasn't really caught on to the evolution.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, if we had updated like our law system and everything they put in place for us to update, like we would be so far ahead right now.
We would be
we're
what
going
Japan
behind.
is. Yeah, we would be what Japan is. Right now, it feels like sometimes like we're going back to 1885, when really we should be living on fucking spaceships, and fucking Elon Musk should be soaring through the sky on his fucking unicorn or whatever the fuck he rides these days. I don't know, like completely naked.
Oh yeah, my dad tells me about like the shuttle sort of program that was happening in the 80s or 90s. Like if we just didn't do that, like the shuttle where they would just bring people up to the space station, bring them back, if we actually put time into going to Mars or going to anywhere else, we would be there by now.
Oh yeah,
like we would be there right 100%. Now. Like.
Why do you think Elon Musk is trying to do that shit?
Yeah,
because he knows.
It just sucks.
The guy's an alien.
The people.
Alien.
He's an alien.
From Mars. He's trying to get home. He's trying to get home. Let him go home.
That backstory. He just like landed here like Superman.
Dude,
he's like,
he
guys,
created Back
I have
to
no
the Future.
Superpowers. Let me go back. I want to go back. You guys suck.
You guys blow. I fucking come here to help you and nothing.
He just like banned me on fucking Facebook or whatever.
Banned me on Twitch. I can't watch his live stream anymore. Elon.
Is your camera? There we go. Okay. The fucking thing wasn't switching.
How do you switch camera? Go ahead.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Let me fix that.
Yeah, make a different hotkey. Put it at like 1. Put it at 1.
Oh, shift.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
We're learning as we go.
We are learning as we go. Shift it. Let's see how this. No, we'll get a couple.
Kind of teleported there a little bit, but it's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, the Elon Musk thing, like also like the Andrew Tate thing where he got banned, like
Let the guy say what he
doesn't
wants.
have that much. Like there are so many other people who have far more dangerous opinions than he does. It's like crazy that he got banned.
And the funny thing is that he's trying to get banned. Like the shit he says, it's genius. He's trying to get you riled up. He's trying to get to say the most fucked up thing.
Yeah, because people don't understand. Like half of the stuff he says is also satire. Like he doesn't believe full-heartedly that like people should like use women like that.
No.
Like, and like just like I don't know.
He's trying. I mean, yeah. The guy talks like he knows what he knows that it should be this way.
Yeah,
but he's just saying that to make money.
It's like
Come
satire.
on.
If like the culture was actually smart, like if our
and the
society,
culture was genuine,
they would know
everything
it
is fucking fake these days.
Yeah, it's like you would know that the parts that he's saying is satire.
Yeah.
It's like obvious satire. Like
Yeah.
It's just people are so I don't know. I guess I can't generalize everyone, but it seems like everyone's so gullible and like
people are
up on edge about every fucking thing anyone says. It's like you can't even be do satire anymore because everyone's so serious about every single thing.
Yeah.
It's like you can't fix everything by being serious about everything. You have to laugh sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. And like sometimes you have to laugh at the bad shit too.
Yeah.
Like the fucked up shit.
Yeah, and it's just like being the social media warrior and being like, you can't say that, you can't, while you're literally not contributing at all to society whatsoever.
What have you posted? A lot of those accounts that people like shit on other people for, I go to their account, 0 posts, zero, like 12
what are you doing?
followers.
What are you doing?
Let's get this straight. All social media platforms are a platform. It's not real life. It's meant and designed to capture people and to get people like to view your shit. It's advertising.
Yeah, it's not like real life. People view it as real life.
We didn't grow up like that. We grew up as Instagram being a place where we put photos of people and our family and stuff like that and what's going on.
Yeah, it's not real life whatsoever. No. It's like the best moments.
Yes, absolutely.
And you curate them to be posts.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're trying to sell that fake La La Land. But that's something that I want to change and I've been changing. Yeah. It's like, dude, not every single day is going to look perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can still post that shit and it's real. And it's not just the highlights and the best things. Like a lot of things you mess up a lot and then you finally get it.
Yeah.
But the
failures are part of like the journey, you know? Like
all
failures are good.
And you got to put that stuff online because that's just the journey.
Yeah.
That's all the journey.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like but people really got to start catching on to
because especially nowadays people view that as like the real world and shit. It's like turning into the real world.
It's hard.
Everyone's lives are based on that.
Everything everything's based on the social media game.
Yeah.
A lot of it is.
Yeah, everything's online now. No one wants to like go out in person. Well, a lot of people do. A lot of artists do.
Fucking, we're gonna turn into WALL-E.
It's
The people in WALL-E, remember that movie?
Yeah, everyone's fat. Everyone's in chairs.
It's so sad. I could never watch that movie again.
Yeah.
No, it was just so sad.
What do you think about like the whole overweight thing? That like
in America?
like that issue like
in America?
Like people are like, I'm proud of my body, and like even though they're like 400 pounds overweight or something like that.
You can be proud of your body, but the health of it.
Yeah.
Like your health is deteriorating.
Yeah, I just don't get people who are insanely unhealthy, like dripping grease and shit, and they're like, look at me, I am proud of my body. It's like,
how can you be proud? There's nothing to be proud of.
Yeah, you're just you're trying to gaslight people into being respectful when they should really have no respect for you at all.
No, because what's going to happen
put hard work into it, you know?
is that people are going to buy into that fat shit. But everything is,
Yeah, it's not fat shit. It's like unhealthy shit.
Yeah.
It's blatantly unhealthy, and they're just like,
not the good
you're fat
thing.
Shaming me. It's like, no,
get
healthy.
Yeah, get healthy.
Put effort into this.
It's one thing if you lose a ton of weight and then those people that have like the excess skin that are like still big, but they've lost a lot of weight and they're healthy and their cardio is good and their heart rate is good. But once you get over a certain weight, your heart rate and your blood pressure become a big equalizer. It's either you keep on growing and you die, and this is what I was gonna say, is it's pretty much survival of the fittest,
or like natural selection.
Natural selection.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because you can't live at 500 pounds when you're 5'10". You know, you can't do that.
It's not a thing we can do.
No. As humans, it's just not possible.
Yeah.
But the human body was designed to work.
Yeah.
And to get ripped.
Yeah.
And to get shredded.
Yeah, I just don't like understand the message that people are trying to spread with the whole like fat positivity. Like I get if you're like overweight and you're healthy, like that's a possibility. That's definitely a possibility.
You probably change your life around, right?
Yeah, it's just like it's the same thing with like the abortion thing when you ignore all the external factors that could happen and you just focus on one thing. Like you're focusing on like the entire thing being like it doesn't matter if you're unhealthy. Everyone who's fat deserved to like be like what is the word? Like everyone who's overweight and unhealthy, like you deserve to be respected in that like you're the same as a healthy person. It's like that's not how it works.
No.
It's like
what work have you put in?
Yeah,
none.
That's just glorifying like not working at anything at all. You can just sit in your basement, do fucking nothing forever, and die on stream like fucking Nico Cotto Avocado.
Yeah, it's
and just shame. Like make yourself as unhealthy as possible and still make a living. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Like there are so many people working insane jobs just to like earn a living to feed their family, like in construction, coal mines, and like.
And Nicholas Avocado is eating fucking food.
He's just eating
for
fucking grease and shit and getting millions of dollars, and people are rewarding that.
Yeah,
like how people are giving is this a thing?
Cause people want to see that. People want to see someone getting fucked up because they feel better about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like someone else is getting fat, like, and I'm fat too, so I'm gonna watch him, and so I feel better about myself.
I don't understand that.
It's sad, man. I don't know how to understand that.
I deleted YouTube because like the reels, like I just would get lazy, sit on the couch and watch.
Did you actually?
For hours. Yeah.
Oh.
Like, fuck that. I want to like put in work and feel good that way. Like you feel way better doing something and accomplishing something and following something all the way through, even if it's a small thing. You feel way better than watching reels. Like then you're just like, better. Fuck, I haven't done anything.
Even
all
if
day.
you watch some film.
Yeah.
On
or do anything else that's like productive.
Yeah.
You know? It's just it feels better at the end of the day knowing that you've done something that rewarded yourself or even anyone else. You know?
Anyone else in your life.
It feels so much better.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the whole like momentary gratification thing. Like I get it because like but those everyone's an addict, you know.
All those little reels, they're giving you serotonin.
Yeah, exactly.
But
like, everyone's addicts if you like give them that. You know? It's just
and that's
awful.
What the whole. I mean, dude, it's great for them. They're making bank, YouTube off those reels.
It's not great for them though. At the same time,
it's not because people will start to catch on. But the smart people that have caught on, like they know that like that's what it's designed for. It's designed to keep you scrolling.
Yeah.
So if you could just know that, and then like be like, fuck, I know I'm scrolling, stop.
Yeah.
But some people don't have the self.
Yeah.
They don't have that in them, so
you just keep going forever.
Yeah, you do keep on going, but sometimes people just delete it. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I think deleting it is good. Or just even taking a break, just like
taking a break. We talk about that with marijuana.
Yeah.
I think it's very important.
No, taking a break is good with anything. Like even if you're like working out, taking a break in anything and then going back to it, you're like 10 times stronger going back to it.
Absolutely.
Like the rest time is good.
And I think the whole, we're gonna dive into a whole controversy thing right here, but I think the whole like weed leading to like gateway drugs and stuff like that, I think that's completely false and bullshit. If you use weed in the correct way, if in like a medical like clinician kind of way, and you get it prescribed, I think you could start using weed at a very young age.
Yeah.
But it needs to be controlled.
Yeah.
It can't be like a party drug. It's not a party drug. It's never been a party drug.
Yeah.
I mean, it never is. It's a drug that helps you calm down. It also helps with inflammation.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a very powerful thing. Yeah. But people can't abuse it. Same with anything.
Yeah, I think anything just is dependent on personality. Like everything is dependent on personality. If you have an addictive personality, you are gonna abuse something no matter what it is.
But that could be.
It doesn't matter on the substance. Like you can't blame a substance.
Maybe not even a substance. Addicted. It could be. You maybe get addicted to training.
I know.
Maybe or making beats.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that could be.
Like that's good. That's a positive. That's more of a passion than an addiction. Like I think addiction is when you do something and when you're not doing it, you need it.
Yeah,
like
or
mind is
an
like,
obsession. I think it's more of an obsession. Passion and obsession go in hand.
Yeah,
I think
like addiction is like when it's detrimental to you and it's like
when it's hurting your health. Yeah. So I think
it's
that's
just
a good way
like
of putting
weed and anything. Like I mean, obviously like harder drugs, they're gonna get you addicted faster. But like weed in itself is not problematic. Like it's been shown not to be problematic. It just is very dependent on like how you use it and why are you using it and how your personality is, your genetics, if people in your family have struggled with addiction. It's all dependent on those factors, and people focus way more on the substance because it's the simple thing to blame, rather than being like, oh, people have problems, this is why they overuse it, and it's not the drug's fault. Like, you can't criminalize these drugs just because like many people have overdone it and have been addicted to it. Like I get like, I don't know, fentanyl and shit, that's obvious, like you'll die from it immediately. But like
it
weed,
depends on the dose.
Like you can't die from it. You'll pass out before you die from it.
Yeah, which
doesn't kill you.
Unless it's laced.
Yeah, unless it's laced,
But that's completely different. That's some fucking most people get the right shit. And I'm very glad that there's dispensaries where people can go and get it legally, responsibly, and without any hassle really. You know, without people being like, what the fuck are you doing? Like a lot of things in life, like some people have different opinions on, and if you do them, you're like this outcast.
Yeah,
and I hate that. I don't like
view
that.
you as a person, like when you're high or when you're.
Yes,
like,
that's true.
It's just weird. Like people have this automatic like sense that they have power over you. You can tell with their eyes and with their facial expression.
They're like, you're lower
like,
than
oh,
me.
you're high. Okay, how can I like manipulate you and just make fun of you instead of being like, oh, okay, we're still people.
That's something
it's fucked up. I hate people who do that.
I know.
I would never want to do that to anyone.
When I started hanging out with like Scott and Rob and stuff, and one day I came. This was so unprofessional. I'm not proud of it, but I couldn't train because I have ringworm, and I went in and I saw Scott and stuff, and dude, I was expecting him to shit on me, for like, I mean, he did. He was like. Bro, the moment he looked at me, he was like, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there are situations, you know, like, that's understandable. People, when you're in situations where you can't do that, they'll be like, yeah, don't do it next time, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even like that, but, like, for me, it was unprofessional, because to me, like, whenever I go to a gym or a dojo, whatever people call it, I'm very respectful, and I am coherent.
Yes.
And, like... It was just a hiccup, and I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
but
make
now
mistakes, you know. Like we learn from it. Yeah.
It's now I don't do that, but I wasn't training. I wasn't able to train, and I just came off like a hard week, and I realized I had ringworm. So I went in one night, and I helped with kids' classes before, and I was not high, and then I went in later, and I was a little gone. Like, and Scott just like. I remember he just gave me a hug, and he was like, "Oh, kiddo," you know, like he didn't see me any differently. And same with Nate, like I thought they were gonna be like, "What the fuck? You're high? Yeah. Well, why are you here?"
Yeah,
but they were like, "Come here." Like they were just were so warm and fuzzy about it.
Like those expectations, because of where we are. Like, not to say where we came from, we like struggled like in how other people struggle, but like with that especially, like I don't know. Like going to high school and shit.
All the time.
All the teachers being like, you
fucking idiot.
Like they're not disappointed. They're just mad. They're just like, it triggers their anger.
There's a level of disappointment too, which no, maybe not with teachers, but with the parents.
But it's not genuine disappointment. It's just like, you can't do this in school. This is
Yeah, like you're breaking the fucking law.
You're breaking the law. It's like, I don't know.
They didn't even say it was unprofessional, but I knew it was unprofessional.
Yeah, but it's just crazy. Like when you venture out in the real world, there are so much more understanding people and like understandable people that like we need more of those people. Because like if you're understanding, if someone's understandably disappointed in you and they explain to you why, you're way more likely to not do it again because you're like friends with them. You're like
and
people
you trust them.
Don't want to disappoint them.
Yeah, and you respect them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And like. And the opposite is just being in like a high school or middle school or some shit, and then the teacher being like, you're going to the principal's office, and then you're just being like, fuck you, bitch, I'm gonna do this again.
Yeah.
You know?
There's some kids that do that, but most people like I don't know, like there are some people that would do that, and they need to be disciplined and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like it's different with I think just coming off, if like you're a teacher or like someone who's in a place of superiority, or like I think superiority would be the right like in job or in wherever, you know what I'm saying, like you're older or something, just showing respect to someone who's younger or someone who's like I don't know, like in any sort of position like that, and they're intoxicated and you don't want them to do it again, like show them the respect of a normal person, and if they don't show you that respect back, then that's when you should like start to discipline. But like starting to immediately just yell at someone because of that, that's like
because of their state or whatever.
It's that type of teaching is done in a way.
It's gone. It's faded out because it's not. It's it's natural selection.
Like Catholic schools beating people and shit. It's
like fuck Catholic school.
Like, what is the point of that?
There's
like,
no
they're just gonna go tell like their kids later, like, oh, I had to deal with getting slapped. It's on the wrist. It's like, okay.
Yeah, Nate talks.
Thank you for telling me that, Mom.
Yeah.
I did not need to know that information.
Yeah, you get slapped on the wrist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, Scott does it as like a joke. Like if I say something stupid, he'll just take my wrist and go. But it's like obviously a joke, cause like I don't know. Yeah. And I'm just being silly, but
yeah, I don't know. Just the whole disciplinary thing of like, I get it can work in the military and things like that, but I think nowadays, if you're friends with the people you're growing with, you're more likely to facilitate growth within yourself and everyone else.
But it's hard to find those people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because some people, they have an idea. Like I have an idea in my mind of where I want to go and how I'm gonna get there. Yeah. But some people don't have that, and then they join your circle and you're friends with them, and then they're just struggling to keep up. But the people that have already been through it, and the people that have already been there, like those are the people that I think will have the biggest impact. Like it's good to have like we're bros, but it's also good to have like brothers as like Scott and Nate. Yeah. Like those they're my boys like till the end, you know? Like I same with you. And,
and definitely I get that. Like also like there's people who also are like the opposite of that, who have like a set out path, and they're like, if I don't do this like during the way, like if I don't do this in the beginning or the middle or the end, or like I won't get to the goal. So if they like meet people who are slightly not in their like thing, or like or in their plan, and but they don't realize they can still get to the same area, they'll like try to sabotage that in some way. Mm-hmm. I feel like I was like that sort of like a little bit
back in high school,
in well, like starting college and stuff. I'm not like that now. I just you have to more go with the flow within your plan. Like your plan will shift like in every which way. You just got to go with it, and you got to still have that goal in mind, but like the journey will always be different than how you set it out. Like you have a map, but there will be like obstacles, there'll be roadblocks, you have to go around things.
It's like that puzzle where it's like you start here and you end here. Yeah. But like it's not a straight line. You have to weave in and out and stuff like that.
It's like a maze with different, like you don't have one way to go. No. You have different entrances, exits you can go. Yeah. But like, you still don't know which way to go, so you just
it's like an exit and entrance every pace, every step you go. Which is kind of fucking crazy because you can either die or keep on going.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I don't know.
It's like The Shining. Like, have you seen that movie?
Love it.
It's like when he dies in the fucking maze when he's chasing.
Yeah, that shit was dark. Yeah, but that's kind of like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, but you're less trying to kill someone though.
Less trying to kill somebody, but it's kind of like the same thing in the fact that you're in the maze.
Yeah, and you got to keep moving.
You got to keep
things
moving
like that.
But he died because he stopped moving.
Yeah, yeah. Or I mean, his leg was sliced open. I'm pretty sure too, and he just like tripped and fell, and then just died in the snow.
Gotta fucking cut that bitch off and use it as a fucking crutch and get your ass to the finish line. I don't give a damn.
The leg is just in your hand. You're just like, come here.
I don't give a damn. You're gonna find a way to get to the end. Yes. You know.
Yes, but absolutely.
I just yeah, I don't know, just that whole thing. I'm 20, Weezer's 19 still. He turns 20 still. Soon.
Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Fucking old. Yeah. But we had a wild freshman, and like just the whole high school experience was a cluster.
It was a ride.
Like in those years, I felt that I lived 30. Yeah. Like it was a wild like back and forth of emotion, and it wasn't as much of school as other people.
Yeah, the influence of other people that had on you, you know.
Yeah, and it was like school didn't have that impact that people had on me because I'm always gonna be a people person. Yeah, no matter what.
But I think that's
books will not do it.
School is just a facility for that to happen. Like other people, whether it be teachers or students, to have an influence on you, so you can be in the real world and function.
And it's also It's also crazy how quick the switch flips. One day you're okay. You're not okay to like smoke weed inside the school, or like I know some people vape still and stuff like that. But or like use CPD in school. But nowadays, you can go to college, like right after you turn 18 pretty much, and you go to college, right then and there, they don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's a problem with drinking and stuff. I'm not even going to get into that shit.
Yeah, the party life and the frat
Dude,
life
stay away from that shit. Fucking live,
like a lot of the frats are like culty and
they're culty, but it's also like that you get caught up in that life.
Yeah, and it's very destructive to your mental health too. Like,
dude,
especially drinking that much.
Yeah.
Like, people understate it, and people will be like, "Well, weed is the same." It's not the same way.
It's not.
Like,
the
shut
same.
the fuck up. It's not the same way. Like,
It's
literally,
not.
look at the science. It's not the same way that alcohol affects you. Alcohol is a depressant.
Yeah.
Weed is not as much a depressant. I'm pretty sure it's slightly a depressant, but way less than alcohol will ever be.
And it's more. Yeah. It's more of a healer. Yeah. It has properties that will help with inflammation.
Alcohol is way more for flushing your worries away, and then the next day you just feel fucked.
You don't feel good the next day. With like marijuana, like you don't feel bad the next day unless you haven't smoked in like a year.
Yeah.
But it stays in your system, whatever. But like people don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Like you can still fight, you can still play NBA, like basketball and stuff.
But like you'll be a reasonable person. Like with alcohol, you can't. Like there is a point where you will not be a reasonable person.
I think the big reason why I stopped alcohol, and I had to, is because I loved who I was when I'm smoking weed, but I was repulsed at who I was when I was drinking.
Yeah.
I couldn't look at myself in the mirror and say, I trust you, I love you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's something everybody needs to be able to do once in a while. Just be like clear with yourself.
It's sort of like the same thing with, like, what we were talking earlier, like, when people see people who are high, but, like, if you see someone who's drunk, you're like, I need to take care of this person. Like, that's a legitimate response, I think. But,
or I just stay the fuck away from them. Because I don't know what they have. They're mad spazzy. Dude, the smell, I can't do the smell.
People burping all over you, people throwing up on you. Like, get away from me.
Get the fuck away.
Like, that's not fun. That's not funny. That's
first of all,
that's just gross.
It's fucking
just gross. And then the next day, you just be like, oh, remember when I threw up on you? It's like,
no, I don't.
You were never coming near me again.
Yeah,
get away.
People make some of the worst mistakes on alcohol.
Yeah.
Like having intercourse with someone else.
Yeah, and then they get them pregnant or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or they rape them by accident.
Yeah, that's even more.
Not rape them by like. A lot of frats and people, like, they're known to, like, influence girls into going to bedrooms when they're severely, like, intoxicated.
Dude, that's
why I hate the frat.
I don't have fucking time in my life to care about any of that shit. All I'm here to do is make a mark. I don't give a fuck. Like, those people, you're never gonna hear about them. You're never gonna hear about any of those fucking people that drink in college and stuff like that. Any of them, they're just gonna be fucking CPUs in this world.
Yeah.
Ever.
And it's like
you gotta be the fucking moderator.
Yeah. Also,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, you could argue like, well, you won't have that cool experience. Like, you can do that after, and it's like we've had that experience. It's like not the coolest thing.
Dude, I want to be able to throw a party at my house and throw my shit out the window. Yeah. Not someone else's shit that is fucking wooden and shit. I'm gonna be able to throw a fucking glass, fucking sofa out the fucking door. Glass sofa that has glass sofa.
It's gonna land
that
on
has
someone.
Fucking that has tiger skin and fluffed pillows.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw that shit out the window one day.
And you're like, whatever.
Yeah, and whatever, because it's mine and I worked hard to get it, so I can do it. But those people that go to college and do all this crazy shit with like a plastic folding tape, dude, do that with like a 120-year-old wooden oak, gold inlay fucking table, and then tell me you're a hot shit. Like, don't post that shit on your story and say you're a hot shit when you're fucking living in someone else's dorm.
Yeah.
That was partying there last year.
Yeah, it's not that impressive.
It's a bum life, man. Yeah. And then what else are you gonna do? You're gonna go on. You're gonna get some fucking 9 to 5 job that is a CPU job. You're not changing anybody's lives. You're gonna have a generic ass house.
Yeah, I think the main argument they would say against that would be like, well, look at where you are right now. Yes, I'm living in my parents' house. Like, we're both living in our parents' house, but like we're working towards something that's actually gonna be tangible and like will fund our lifestyle in the future. Like, we're working towards something, and it may not look like a lot right now, like, because we're still learning. We're in the learning phase, and we're, you know, like, I mean, we're at different levels in each of our things, but like we're still on a path to somewhere that's going to be great, you know?
I think that we're, we have strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, we both do. And like
striking, obviously my weakness.
Yeah.
I mean, not weakness. Obviously my strength.
Yeah.
But jiu-jitsu and wrestling game,
it's
catching up. It's catching up. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
It's catching up because I just haven't done that.
Yeah, like,
but the same thing
we'll
with
get there, you know, like knowing that, like, yeah, I might not be there right now, but like, don't feel bad about that. We'll get there.
Absolutely. It's step by step, brick by brick.
And, like, people who would say, like us saying, like, well, you're not going to be anywhere after you get out. They'd be like, well, you're not anywhere right now, and you're not going to be anywhere right now because you're living in your mom's house. And it's like we're on a path to get somewhere else,
dude. And no, I mean, if you're happy doing the whole college life, be happy.
Yeah, but
I'm not shunning that. I'm shunning the fact that people
don't have a goal, you know.
When you don't have a goal.
Yeah, if your goal is to just party it up at college and then just not really have an enjoyable life after, you just don't plan for that. I feel like you should plan for that, even if you're just planning to party.
It hurts my soul because I know so many people that I played football with that were so talented, like so fucking talented. They could be in the NFL right now, but they didn't have the mindset. They didn't have the drive and the fucking will to do it.
Yeah.
And it just cheeses me out because you'd be a really good contribution to not only a team, but to other people in this world.
Yeah.
And you could make something out of yourself.
Yeah, you can make something happen, you know?
But the people that just want to go and dick around and shoot the shit, that was the biggest thing that I cut out first. People that wanted to shoot the shit. I can't do that. I cannot shoot the shit. It's either we're talking business or we're talking real shit. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Like, we can shoot the shit about like certain topic and stuff, but when you're shooting the shit about like
I'm fucking this girl, this girl, like I'm fucking.
That's every fucking high school and fucking college dorm, you know?
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know.
It's all about drama, and it's not about growth. It's just like you know, like this person said this, and they're fighting, and this person's doing this. It's like.
And then people are like, "No way, Jesse actually said that, bro."
Yeah, it's like entertaining to a point until everyone just doesn't like. People move on and get like they actually figure out what the fuck is going on, and their life is passing by, and they're like, "Fuck this, fuck all of you guys," and I'm gonna go grow with actual people. And then the people who are in the drama are like, "What the fuck are they doing? They think they're so much better than us." And it's like. Kind of.
Yeah. No.
It's like
they're
knowing your worth
something.
too. You know.
They're onto something.
Yeah, it's like knowing your worth as well is a big thing. Like the media doesn't allow that to they allow that to happen, but in the wrong places. Like again with the fat thing and the like being unhealthy and like know your worth in that like when you accomplish something, you should be proud of that. Like when you say something that's your opinion and that you have full good intentions with, and that. Some people might shun, you know, like you should be proud of that no matter what. Like stick to your guns and stick to what you know is right and you're not hurting anyone and things like that. It's just like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. Especially with the Andrew Tate thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw like I keep seeing.
I didn't even know what happened to him. So he got banned?
He got banned on everything that Mark Zuckerberg owns, like the Meta thing. He got banned off Instagram and Facebook. His banks were going to like cut him off too, which is fucked up. Like it's crazy how media has that influence now. Like it should not have even close to that influence.
It's wild.
Like
if you want to say something these days, you gotta fucking make your own.
It's crazy.
App.
Like you can, I don't know. Like being racist is fucked up, but like being racist with good intentions and knowing, like going into it trying to learn something. If you come out of that situation having expressed your opinion and learned and used it to change your opinion rather than being cut off by like people who are just like, well, fuck you. You have the wrong opinion. You're a terrible person. I hate you.
You got some facts. You got some facts.
Like, hear this person out and try to educate them rather than fucking shitting on them. Like half of the fucking social media, like warriors, whatever warriors, you know what I'm saying, they just try to shut down people who have the opposite opinion. It's like you are no better than this person.
You're no better
right now.
You have to hear those people out,
and you got to try to be like, well, this is wrong because of or not like this is wrong, but like in other places this happens, and like it's not. You got to try to educate them through different perspectives.
It all goes back to the Hitler theory.
Yeah.
What if I took the good that Hitler did? What if I took the amount of people he drew in.
Exactly.
Right?
People just hear the Hitler name and they're like, well, your opinion's wrong, and you're just like, what is wrong with you?
And then when I've said that to some people, like, what happens if we take the good from what he's done? and like take the good from other people. And they're so one side. They're like, fuck that guy. He would never do anything good. Blah 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 blah. And it's just like, well, you're not seeing it like I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it as like I can take everything in this world that people say or do, and I could use it or I cannot use it. It's all about that, and that's the thing that makes killers. The people that like see something, and then see something that someone did wrong, and they're able to take the good thing and move on with it and add it to their arsenal. The people that don't do that shit lag, and they're way behind.
People like who want to be normal people just are like, I don't want to take anything from a person that is bad in the eyes of society. It's like they only listen to what everyone else is like saying, and if you say anything else, you're like criticized, and they don't want to feel that uncomfortability. And they just go along with whatever. It's like the same thing, like people being asked on the street, like, what do you think about this person? And they're like, oh, I hate them. And then like, why do you hate them? They can't name one fucking reason.
I know.
Because they don't know their own opinion. They don't have their own opinion. They're just spewing out bullshit.
They're spewing out what the media wants.
Yeah, exactly.
And what the media has said.
Everyone, like, there's so much more people like that nowadays, and it's awful to see. No one has their own opinion because everyone's on a social media platform following what celebrities are saying rather than following people who are actually normal people who go to like a 9-to-5 job, who live an actual life, who actually have experienced things in real life, who have an actual opinion that is educated. Like, why are people listening to these people who are multimillionaires, don't go out and experience the entire world? People like Kim Kardashian, Kendall, like fucking Jenner, or whatever the fuck.
I know, all the
people,
Jenners.
These people who are like high-profile celebrities who don't go out and experience things,
you know
who
why?
say they are, and it's
because they have the grip, they have the strength on them.
It's stupid. I don't
everything
understand.
that Kim does, everything that Khloe and all those Jenners do, it's designed to pull you in and keep you there.
It's just so sad.
It's like a loophole.
Like, think about the heroes we've had who've actually experienced things in the past. People like Mike Tyson, people like Muhammad Ali, people like
the American Sniper. What is his name?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember.
Chris Kyle.
Yeah, and people like I can't think of other people.
No,
just like there's so many people who have actually gone out and done things in the real world. Like people who were firemen, who were policemen on 9/11, for example. People who,
or just every day.
Like military people, like anyone who've gone out in the field and have done something to create an amazing society. We don't glorify those people. We glorify people who are doing jack shit in society.
That's
it's
facts.
bullshit.
That's
I
facts.
hate it. I hate the media for doing that.
That's true.
It's like, what are we doing here? We're just fucking around.
Do you think that's the reason why teachers and
they should be glorified too? What is going on?
Teachers, policemen, firemen. Do you think the reason why that they keep them at the level they're at is because if they were millionaires, they'd be like, oh, I don't need to do this anymore. I have $1 million.
That is true.
That is the most fucked up part about society. Isn't that right?
Because
they want to keep you there. Yeah. They want to isolate you and make you feel like you can't do anything except go and fight fires or go and be a police officer.
Like,
I think that's why. And same with teaching.
Yeah.
If all the teachers in the world made $1 million or millions of dollars, they would be like, why the fuck am I teaching?
Yeah.
But you would.
That's also like how the media portrays it. Like, when you have this money, they put like these invisible, like, there are also like limitations to what you can do. But like, they put these invisible limitations on you, which you believe you have. But if you, the fuck was that?
The fly. What was that?
My like jaw just cracked. Anyway,
I didn't fucking hear it.
Ugh. But like they're like, if you have this amount of money and influence, you should be in a mansion. You should be staying by yourself, secluded. But like when you are a millionaire, you could do anything the fuck you wanted. Like you could just like go out, help people who aren't in like the best of situation in other third world countries if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You could go be a fireman if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the point is, like, how many fans will follow you there? Like, how much of a disruption will it be?
Yeah,
But still, like, I don't know. Like, we have this sort of vision that if you're a millionaire, you're this stuck-up person who sits in their mansion all day, when you could have this influence and be, like, an insane positive influence on society. Like, no one says that. No one wants to preach that.
And the fact that people have so much money these days, trillions
of dollars. It's crazy.
And when other people don't have that much money, it's just it's appalling to me.
Yeah,
like,
it's like TikTok influencer people making millions off of singing. Like, why do you need this money? You don't need this
You don't
money.
need money. And what are you doing? What
like,
are you doing
you're
with your
just
life?
you're still on TikTok singing,
like
and
that
you're just like, look at all my money.
Charlie D'Amelio girl.
Yeah.
Good for you, but fuck you. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm happy for her, and like good for her.
Get your money, but like.
But what is she doing? Like, I want to see her use that platform and all the money she's made to do some good, and I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is, because when you're that fucking famous, you have to say some good stuff for publicity.
But like, I mean, celebrities say they donate to like these charities, but like, we're not looking far into it, you know? Like, they're saying these things. No. If you look into it, you're gonna find something weird. Like, that's with anything. That's crazy. Like, not enough people know about this. Like, they take things at face value and they don't look into things. You need to look into things. There's a bunch of shit going on before your eyes and you're not knowing about it.
Yeah, before you even fucking jump to conclusions. Like, that's the thing that, like, oh my God, people say women jump to conclusions. Everybody fucking jumps to conclusions. It's how you protect yourself.
Yeah.
It's how you protect yourself. If you're scared,
it's a natural instinct.
You're just gonna assume the worst, or you're gonna assume like something.
It's like the fight or flight thing. If you see something you don't like, if there's like a bear running towards you, you're not gonna be like, what is that? And then just die.
Yeah, no.
You're gonna run the fuck away.
You're gonna be like, oh fuck, a bear.
Yeah, it's how we protect ourselves. That's how we evolve. That's how we're still here.
Yeah.
But it's like you gotta understand that and be like,
I think we're I think we're still evolving with this, and in catching up in this whole YouTube and what's it called, just social media aspect of life.
Yeah.
Like it will plateau and it will get better.
I hope so.
Then something else will come out. And something else will come out. And that's just how humans work, until one day you do too much and you do way too much and you kirk it and you're just like, you're doing too much, and you're like, and then you fuck up, and then that too much is like a fuck up, and then the whole world dies.
Yeah.
You know.
I hope it doesn't keep going. It's like it's going in this downward trend where it's like, yes, everything's innovating, but like people are not innovating. People aren't evolving. People are getting stupider by the day.
Because everything is evolving around them. They're like, we're
not doing anything. We're just getting cradled in evolution. We're not actually evolving.
No.
It's like if you took any of these people who are TikTok influencers, put them outside anywhere other than America, they would die.
Yeah.
Like if you put them out where like people in like the Sahara, or people in like anywhere in Africa, or like Australia, or anywhere that has an open land, like in the wilderness, they would die.
Yeah.
Like they would die immediately.
They wouldn't know what to do.
They would, like they'd be like, how do I get food? Or like the first thing would be like, where's my phone?
Yeah.
How do I get out of here?
I think it'd be a disgrace to all the people that, all the Native Americans, all the people that died, and
so we could live like this.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it's a disgrace. And
I hate that. Like, oh my God.
So many people died.
The colonization of America is just so sad. Like that whole thing where we just kick these people out of their land that, like, they didn't view it as their land. They were like, this is our like mother, basically. This whole earth is our mother, and we should take care of it. And now we're just like building cities on it.
Something.
Yeah, and now we're just like, we're here, and it's like a huge told you so, you know?
Yeah.
And they're not even viewing it like that. It's like insane. They're like, the Native American people are like the most amazing people.
I think
the way they view life is just amazing.
It's beautiful. That is beautiful. But I think a lot of people get stuck up in the fact that if I want something, I'll just take it. I'll just take it.
Yeah.
Like Alexander the Great. He wanted something, he took it. But it's good and bad. Like, you can't use that nowadays to see like, oh, that's a new car, I'm just going to take it. That's illegal.
You have to think about other people and the consequences of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, I guess world rulers can do that because they have people to die for them and things. Which is fucked up. I don't know. If we were a sensible species, we wouldn't have things like that. But like, we need things, we want things, we have desires. We live in the physical realm, so that's going to be an inevitability that we want things physical, that we want like to get sex and drugs and things to like cope with things. But it's just fucked up how we have one person dictating everything, basically.
Yeah. I think on the coping subject, I think a lot of people turn to drugs before they even start looking inward. Yeah. And the moment you start looking inward and start to count your blessings and what you're thankful for, what do I have? What do I have that other people may not? Do I have a house to live in? Do I have people that love me? Yeah, dude, I have a lot. That's what I'm living for.
Yeah.
Like, don't, like, fuck all the noise.
Some people are just like, well, oh, I have so much things. People are just going to be like, I'm a spoiled this or I'm that, so I need to get high to forget about that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you don't have anything to really forget about.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Like, go do something productive.
You have a platform. Yeah, you have the right tools.
Everything set out for you. Like, why are you just wallowing in
That's
nothing?
how I felt for a long time. Exactly the way you just said.
Yeah.
Like, I have all these opportunities. I live in a great place, but I was sad.
Yeah,
and I wasn't looking
I'm
inward.
not using them, so if people knew that I wasn't using them, they'd be like criticizing me for it, and I don't want to feel that.
Yeah, so you just numb it with everything, with the booze and with the drugs.
Yeah. And then like the media's promoting like look at these like artists who are just getting high and doing their own thing and getting all this money and.
But that's because they were able to get to a point in life where money's not an object anymore. Yeah. It's like you know, like, but they didn't show you all the hard work it took, all the the late night stew sections, all the nights slinging shit on the fucking streets.
I know,
like Meek Mill type shit. They didn't show all that. They just show what he got now.
But they do like they rap about it. Like
they rap about it.
Rap about it. Like people
dreams and nightmares.
Yeah, exactly. Like they would rap about it, but it's like they don't. I feel like the hard work part is the main element to that. Like,
yeah.
Where the goal is like. Yes, you got there. It's a good accomplishment, but like the work is
the
more
journey,
important.
The fucking
journey.
Yeah,
the work and the journey is way more.
I think those are two of the same thing. The hard work and the journey are the same thing. When someone says hard work, I think journey.
Yeah,
because like, that's like hard work isn't one day.
Yeah,
it's a culmination of all the stuff that you've done in life.
Yeah, I think the hard work is like an element of the journey where it's like half of what or like a good percentage of what the journey is, and then the journey is just the hard work and the external factors and other things that happen within that journey. You know?
Yeah,
it's just like the hard work is so much more important than like getting 10 bands or getting all this money that like you didn't work for.
Yeah,
it's like we're so goal oriented that we forget that. You need to get to the goal.
Yeah.
You know, we're just like, I want to be there now.
You have to do the hard work to get to the goal.
And people just keep taking shortcuts and shit. Like
there are no shortcuts.
Yeah.
Never, ever.
It's just, they're just promoting a society that's bound to collapse because there's too many people making money from nothing. We don't have gold to back up money. We have hard work to back up money. That's how you back up money. Hours that you put in, that's money. That's like the money you get.
That's the same thing with stripes.
Yeah. If there's nothing there, like our society is just gonna get to a point where inflation is so much because everyone has money because you don't need to put in the hard work.
Yeah.
Now nothing means anything.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And to boost that and to create a monster and to fight your demons.
Yeah.
You have to have people around you like you or like Nate where you can just look at them like today, like Nate was teaching a single leg takedown, and the way he did everything, the way he squatted down to pick up the leg, the way he put his head, the way everything was just so technical and so perfect, and it was like he didn't even think about it. And then he does it without Scott. He does it without having to do it with anybody. He does it looks like there's someone there. But there's nobody there. Yeah. Like the way he grabs.
So many times.
He's done it so many times.
He knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's talking about. Yeah, Like it's just like to have people like that to look up to be around. Like you'll find that shit. And
people who are wise and experienced.
Yeah, and that actually genuinely care about you. A lot of people in this world will just care about you for what you have. But Nate and Scott, they could care less about what I have. They more care about. Like how's Javi doing?
Yeah.
Are you liking training? Are you loving what you're doing?
Yeah.
If you're not, let's talk about something else. Let's do something else then.
Yeah, because it's all about being there and training.
They never
and doing.
Yeah, and loving what you do. They never push fighting on me. They've never been like, so this is the date and this is what's gonna happen. They've always been like, with time we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see where it comes.
And you kind of gotta not do it yourself, but you have to know what your goal is and go towards it.
Yeah.
How. They'll give you input, right?
And
but you'll have to have the main say in everything. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's all about you.
And I can lean on them for
things.
support and IQ and stuff like that, and how I can get better at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But the real thing is the real obstacle is yourself. always yourself.
Yeah,
Everybody can help you.
Yeah, you
but
gotta
that man
know
in the mirror,
what you want and like how to get there. And,
yeah,
well, not how to get there, but like how to get started.
how to get started.
And then you roll from there.
But
you know?
it is kind of like, how do you get there? Because people will tell you like, do this, do that, and they'll tell you how to get there. But it's on you to puzzle that and to put it into your own puzzle.
Yeah, you gotta put the pieces in place. You can't just be like, okay, I know what the puzzle looks like.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it. Yeah,
you know, yeah.
Like, oh, I've already seen the puzzle. I don't need to make it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that shit's fucking stupid.
It's and people get in that mindset, and then they get to like they get some shortcut that they're lucky to get. Like I think it's more in like the music industry, because if you're an inexperienced fighter, you get in the ring, you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like you will not come back from that.
Yeah.
But like there are people who are producers who have produced like minimal trap shit who get like a shortcut, and now they're in like a professional studio and they don't know what the fuck to do at all.
That
like they're just like, what is going on? Like I don't know how to make this type of they'll ask you to make a type of music and then you can't do it and you just be sitting there.
Yeah.
It's like you haven't put in the work, and it's like you're here but like it's like having a skill that you don't know how to use.
Yeah.
It's like, what is the purpose of it?
But through that, the only way you could see that and like see the end of the tunnel from there is to look at what you could take from it. So say you are put in a fight that you are seriously unranked. And I think that's what sparring is. I think sparring is you're going with people that are way better than you. Yeah. And yeah, you're going to fucking lose. You're going to lose.
Yeah, but you'll learn from that.
But you're going to learn. And I think that's like when you show somebody a beat. You show anybody a beat. It's either a hit or a miss.
Yeah.
And some people vibe with it. And some people are like, no, that's not it.
Yeah, it's a taste thing. Everyone has their own taste things, but yeah, I mean, maybe...
But some people are undeniably like some songs are just like undeniably like, oh, okay. So that's actually really good. Devil in a New Dress.
That is the most insane song.
Well, if we play that, will we get copywritten? Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
definitely.
YouTube is crazy about their copyright system. Probably take me down just for saying YouTube copyright.
Yeah, probably, or like saying Devil in a New Dress. Yeah. But that song, like, oh, dude, I could go on and on about that song.
Have you seen like how they put it together? It's like the chops in that song, they're super far away. Like they couldn't be more far away in the song.
They're not even
and it's just
on the same level.
Knowing how to put those together, like you have to be some genius to do that.
Yeah.
Just I want to get there, you know? Like, I don't want to be in a studio and try to do that. Like try to like, oh, I'm just going to put a random piece like you're not using the intuition you have or like the skills you've learned to do it. You're just like, this person did this thing and I'm just going to recreate that.
Yeah.
Like that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
Like you have to have the skills to figure out how to do that perfectly.
And to fit it in and to have each part mesh perfectly.
It makes sense.
Like, and how you see it in your head. Kanye saw that shit in his head before he put it.
He is like that is his superpower. Like,
dude,
he hears things in his head and he gets it out on the track. Like that is insane.
There's nobody else like Kanye West ever. There will be in the future. Probably someone better.
Like there have been many, but like
no one
Kanye,
close to
I don't think no one's gotten as far as Kanye in terms of like
how many albums he has?
Vision.
How many albums has he produced?
I think like solo projects. 8? Wait, no. College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808s and Heartbreak.
Oh no, you said
Yeezus. No. Yeezus isn't next. Watch the Throne is next, I'm pretty sure. And then there's Dark Twisted Fantasy.
My favorite album.
There's Did I say Yeezus?
Yeezus now.
Yeah, Yeezus, and then No, there's Cruel Summer, and then Life of Pablo, and then there's Yay. And then, oh my God, he has so many fucking albums.
Dude, that...
And then there's Donda, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, and Kids See Ghost, and then Donda. That's like 11 albums.
But do you understand, like,
and he's still popping.
He is still popping, and every single one of those things, there's probably 50 other songs that he didn't put on those records.
I know.
But that's the power of practicing your art and continuing it, even when you have a mind dump or whatever, or like a mind cramp. You just keep going through it and pushing through it. And I think that's
it's like exercising a muscle. Like even when you're like, oh, I have a cramp, like you still sort of go. Like you hold off like a little bit. You can't like go all the way through, and like you have like a brain fart or whatever. You can't go all the way through with it, right?
But you still focus. Yeah, you keep on going. Like maybe you take a 5-minute break and come back to it and be like, I hear it now. I hear what it should be in there. Yeah. But like that's everything in life. And I think that if people just knew that and like were able to understand it.
And knowing that failures aren't the end all be all of everything.
Yeah, some people are just so in their own head about shit.
Yeah,
and
like I need to get this right the first time.
Yeah.
And so I look impressive to everyone else.
Yeah, or like, yes, exactly. And some people are also like, everything in my brain is right. And like, I'm not open to suggestions. I'm not open to any of that shit. Like, how are you supposed to be better than you are right now if you're not open to suggestions? Like, even if it's from someone that, like people, like kids, for example. Or like people that, oh, there's low battery on there.
My bad.
No, you're good. But people that are like kids or like maybe someone that just got hired to the workforce, it doesn't matter. You still listen to them. You still listen to them because they might have different experiences.
Yeah.
They might be like, oh, this is actually here where I come from, and be like, oh, really? Is it actually? Why is that? And it's like they could give you a practical reason why that is. Rather, if you didn't do that and you were just like, fuck you, you're new, I'm not gonna listen to you.
Yeah,
you're a kid, I'm not gonna listen to you. Like they see it differently than you.
Yeah, you always find different paths to like maybe a new goal or maybe the same goal. You know what I'm saying? Like you always find like different perspectives on things, and it almost always turns out to like give you more wisdom and perspective and how to get somewhere and how to like treat people better and how to like understand the world basically. It's just like I don't think there's, unless someone's like attacking you, I think you should always try to hear someone out.
Yeah, absolutely. And even before they attack you.
Yeah.
Like figure out.
Sir, wait.
Sir, let's talk.
Why do you want to stab me?
What made you do this? You know? But like low key, like all the corny stuff that we're talking about right there, like that shit will come in true.
Yeah.
Like
it doesn't matter if it's corny, it's still true. It's
like make them feel like they have worth.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
Yeah.
Not the reason, but the only explanation I could come up with.
Yeah.
Like, if you talk to somebody and you treat them like a human being and you're open to them and you're like, oh, you feel that too? You feel that way too? Oh, wait. That doesn't seem right. Why wouldn't that be right?
And this is why.
And this is why.
You explain on it.
You explain your opinion and maybe they're like, oh, I didn't see it that way. Or they could see it, or they could do half and half. I see it that way. That's cool. But this other part I don't see like that.
Yeah.
And that's also very powerful. And people need to be open to that.
Yeah. And I mean, I think as well, like people miss the understanding part of that. And they're like, oh, well, I do hear out other people's like things. And they're just, what they're basically doing is like handing a microphone to someone and giving their emotional reaction, both of their emotional reactions, and instead of actually having a logical mind about it.
Yeah.
And being like, this person has their emotional response. I'm going to let them have that. And I'm not going to insult them. And the other person also like, I'm going to give my emotional response. And then we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
In like unrelated to the emotional response, right? We're going to give like an unsubjected, or at least try to give an unsubjective take on what we just expressed.
Yeah.
And that's why I like podcasts like the Joe Rogan one. Like he explains it without like a subjective view.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like the people who say like, oh, he's like he does give his right wing view or whatever. Like you're just wrong. Like you just want to speak out what the media says.
You haven't watched.
Don't listen to.
You haven't watched a 3-hour long podcast straight if you've never understood. Like
they just watch clips and they're like, I'm a genius. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's like, shut the fuck up. You don't.
Joe Rogan talks about so much stuff. But you have to understand that these clips come from 3-hour to 4-hour, sometimes 7-hour long videos of him talking with somebody. Yeah. You can't, and
you take it out of context. No, and be like, this is what he said. This is what he believes.
And you also have to be there for the journey. You also have to be there. Why did he say that? Well, what led up to him saying that? And it's so much more rewarding when you actually go through and you're almost like there with him. I remember he got me through a very dark time during COVID. We couldn't see anybody. I remember I would just sit in the shower, smoke some doobs, and listen to Joe Rogan. And he changed my mindset. He made me a hungry, non-vulnerable little boy. He made me like, he put a fire in me that will never be
no matter what his views are about certain topics, like he has a human view to everything. He wants to talk to people who have a different perspective than he does. Yeah. He wants to learn things about the world instead of keeping himself trapped in a bubble.
And to people that
no
say
one else wants to do that.
No,
like,
and to people that say that like, oh, he brings on like racist people and like people that have racist views and like KKK views. I'm like,
the point.
That's the fucking point, to expose them and to like see, or like not even to expose them, but to like to see like why do they think that way?
Yeah, like what?
But like,
yeah,
you might be giving them a platform to like get their name out there more.
They'll get a platform anyway. If they're a person who has an opinion, they're able to get a platform. People don't understand this. Like, you're platforming this person. It's like, no, you're not. It's like no one's platforming anyone. It's just like these people have the ability to have a platform already.
Yeah.
But like this will give them a means to do that. But that's not the point of it. And you're like completely disregarding what the point of this is.
Yeah.
It's like to gain insight on what other people's opinions are first and foremost. And just not to live in a bubble where we're only fed the opinions that are like make us feel normal.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
It's just insane to me. I think in the past, like even in the past 10 years, we've kind of gotten rid of the way where other people had like harsh like opinions on things and things like that that are so one-sided that we were like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And we all learned from it on TV and on whatever we watch. But nowadays, like, you can tailor your entertainment experience so much that you'll never be able to hear the other side opinion ever again.
You can, with custom.
It's crazy.
Custom everything.
That's why I like early 2000s and things like nostalgia shit like that, because it brings you back to a place when people could express their opinions that were maybe very edgy, but like we were learning about things like programs like Adult Swim, programs like that were on MTV, like Beavis and Butthead and things like the Eric Andre show or whatever, and just like edgy shows that educated the viewer on absurdism.
Yeah.
And basically being like, you don't act like this in real life, but we'll act like this right now. Because we're making fun of it, we're having a fun time, and we're learning at the same time.
That's what
they understate that.
No, that's what I loved about the 2000s.
It's just
and like everything, it was almost like things were going down, and shit was fucked up for some people.
Things will always be fucked up.
Things will always be fucked up. That's the human race.
Things are especially fucked up right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
But like people get too caught up in that, and they're like, you're doing this entertainment thing, like do you know what's happening in the world right now? And then my response to that would be like, what the fuck are you doing about it then? Other than like trying to gaslight me into thinking I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing other than criticizing me for not doing anything?
Well, are you making a change? Are you doing anything?
Doing a post for like Black Lives Matter or whatever. Doing a post
on an Instagram that has 12 followers.
Exactly.
Who the fuck are you influencing?
Go out to the real world. Talk to some actual experts. Talk to people you love about things. Have an engaging conversation.
And this whole
it's like a ripple effect. Once you talk to someone about something you really care about, they'll talk to another person.
Yeah.
Once they've understood it.
And it catches on and it becomes contagious.
Yeah.
And that good vibe becomes contagious.
Like, people understate that nowadays. They're just like,
so much.
I need this immediate thing. I need to post something so everyone knows that I give a fuck about it. And I really don't. I just give a fuck about what everyone thinks about it. And that's the big thing with the old Black Lives Matter thing.
Yeah, the BLM.
The stuff about that, like that I've heard, is like they've gained so much money, or this one person has gained so much money. Let me look it up, because I actually want to be statistical about this thing and not just like spew out of my ass about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Disclosing
$90 million.
Tragic war was processed by the black man raising smaller organizations are spending consultants. I just want to find where the money is going. Money went where? Okay, so basically what I've heard on this topic is they've gained 80, which looks like $90 million, which has not, or seems not to be redistributed to black communities or anything that furthers like the
black community.
Yeah, that's same thing. But
what were we gonna say?
I forget. It's just like none. I've heard none of the money has gone to anywhere, but it says right here that. Oh wait, no, that's their website.
Yeah.
It says, okay, so what their website says is over 25 million reinvested in the black community, which is very vague. I'm gonna point out, like that's not even like a biased opinion. That just is a fact. It's very vague. What do you mean by the black community?
People type that shit though.
Yeah,
it's fucked.
It's like over 10 million in grants to black-led frontline organizations, over 13 million in grants to BLM chapters, and nearly 3 million in grants to impacted family foundations. I just want to see what? Needs to review the security of your connection. I'm not going to do that. No, thank you.
But yeah,
I'm not going to be so hard-pressed about this being like, oh, I hate BLM. It's just like these foundations who protest and stuff, they gain so much money, and it's like, where is the money going?
Yeah, in a short amount of time. They just spent it real horribly.
It's like things are still fucked with like a lot of people in the black communities, and especially like in communities where young black men are taught from a young age to live this lifestyle of like a street lifestyle, and in this certain like poverty-stricken areas, and it's like not all the areas are poverty-stricken, and that's not what I'm saying, but it's like we need to reinvest in these communities so that they can lift up their own brothers and sisters as we can lift up our own communities. You know what I'm saying? It's like this money isn't going to the right place as far as I'm seeing, as far as everyone's seeing. It's like we need to invest in our communities and make sure everyone is getting an education and everyone's saying their opinions, everyone's getting heard, everyone's, and not in like the way that the media is presenting it to try to be like, oh, everyone's involved. It's like everyone, even with a problematic argument, even with a problematic lifestyle, no matter what, needs to be heard. Yeah. And needs to be recognized and needs to be
all over the globe.
Like be loved as a person. Yeah. And needs to be taught like that, the lifestyle of like working on yourself, being healthy, making sure everyone else that you're friends with that aren't like
is in your circle that is healthy
looking
too.
Out for you, and you're looking out for them.
I just don't.
That's the lifestyle that needs to be promoted. Not like that. Like I have this perfect normal life where like I love everyone else no matter what they do. I love everything no matter what it is. Yeah. It's like no, we need to promote a lifestyle where everyone thinks about things and is logistical about every single thing they do, and that just like promotes like enjoying life. Basically. Yeah.
Absolutely, you know, enjoying every second of it, and the time you have it with your people.
Not pouring money into these voids of like, look at this normal life, you know. Yeah.
Like, the last thing I'll say on this, and I gotta go home right now. Yes. But everybody in this world is a human, so right then and there, accept them, love them. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna understand everybody. Yeah. But try to. Yeah. And that's something I feel like everybody should take with them. And pass on to whatever they have. Yeah. Whether it's kids or a dog. Exactly. It doesn't matter.
No matter what, they're human. They deserve to be loved.
They deserved it. No matter. I don't care what they've done, who they killed. They could be the worst person in the world. They deserve love. They deserve it because everybody's a human, and not everybody is born in the same situation.
Yeah, and it's. People just want to criticize by what people have done before anything else. And it's just, I don't know.
Mwah! Love you guys. Yes. I am going to get some sleep.
All right. Yes. Off the dome. Signing off.
That was a fantastic one.
Yes. To everyone watching, if there's anyone watching so far, get ready for the ride because it's going to be great. We're going to continue to do this. We're going to have more things going on.
That was a pretty serious one today, but soon we'll get. Yeah, we've been having a lot of talks about this recently.
Getting it out, getting on some place where we can promote a positive sort of thing
and a message.
We'd love to have other people kind of chime in. Maybe we'll have some sort of caller thing. We could have other people once we start getting. Yeah, in here, we could have callers to try and talk to, or argue with, or just have a fun time with.
Dude, if you guys want to come on and, dude.
Be like, we'll go on Omegle or some shit.
Yeah, dude, that's fine. You can FaceTime us. That's all good.
Yeah, no, whatever.
I'll give you my number.
Have like an open dialogue for everything, no matter what. If you're just spewing hate shit at us, whatever, we'll have you on.
Yeah, it's all good. We love you.
Just whatever. We just want to have a fun time, have a positive time, and just try to be a positive influence.
Damn right.
Yeah, I have more music to release. He has more videos to release. We're going to put them up on the screen soon enough within the coming episodes. And Hope you guys enjoy. But for now, we're signing off the grid, off the dome.
Off the grid, off the dome.
Yes. Have a good night, y'all, and we'll see you next time.